So Gen Alpha is at it again. Hey everybody, it's Sam. Welcome back. I actually have my mic and my camera today, so we're gonna see how that goes. As I'm sure a lot of you are aware of, there's been a lot of things going on in Sephora recently with really young girls, like 9, 10, 11-year-olds, sometimes younger than that, basically going to Sephora and wrecking their shit. It has been really, really dystopian, really scary. And I have a lot to say about the topic. Anyway, let's get right into it. So there has been story time upon story time on TikTok explaining about how the 10-year-old girls who are obsessed with Drunk Elephant and all these different skincare and makeup products are going to Sephora and basically being rude as hell. Like, they're being rude to the employees, being rude to other customers. They're going and they're taking the makeup testers and like just making skincare smoothies out of them and just wrecking them, making them all dried up and disgusting, completely destroying the makeup. Some kids were opening up like packaged items, like actual stuff that they're supposed to be selling, and have been tearing those apart and ripping them open, making them unable to be sold. There's been like a lot of stuff going on. So I want to put on some of the clips from that just so you guys can basically get an idea of the kind of stuff that we're talking about.
The 10-year-old little girl spending their Christmas money at Sephora epidemic is so much bigger than that, because in 2010, Apple released its very first iPad, so we're witnessing the first chunk of grown-up iPad kids entering society. And no wonder they're so rude. They grew up on iPads. They were not properly socialized. Last week, on Friday night, I entered my local froyo shop, and I saw a gaggle of preteens, and I see one, 5-foot preteen walk up to, 4-foot at best preteen. And she's like, hey, I see you on Instagram all the time. Your posts are so cool. And this little high-ponied girl that a gentle breeze could knock out goes, oh my God, I love you. You're so cute. Why are you acting like that's a fan? We're at a local froyo shop. What are you doing? Why are you behaving this way?
I had so much beef with a 10-year-old at Sephora today, and I thought people were just lying on the internet. Okay, maybe not lying, but I went to Sephora today so I could use my $25 gift card, and there was a really long line. And by the time I got in line, this girl gets behind me, and she ends up walking in front of me. And she's like, oh, are you in line? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, well, can I come in front of you? And I'm like, no. It's a bitch-ass long line back here. And she rolls her eyes at me and gets behind me. And by the time we get closer to the cashier registers, you can look at all the little stands with all the mini stuff. And I'm just looking. I'm not really grabbing anything. And this girl, she has this big ass bag, by the way. She's maybe 10 or 11 at most. She walks past me and hits me with her back. And I turn around what the fuck? And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I was like, you can at least say excuse me. She's like, well, I tried to, but apparently you're deaf. I try to brush it off. And she gets back in line behind me after whatever she gets. And I start feeling this box rubbing on my back. And I start moving around so it can stop. I obviously know it's the girl behind me. And it keeps rubbing on my back. And I turn her around. I'm like, can I get some personal space? And then she goes oh, you're just in my way. We're in line. And I turn back around trying to not punch this 10-year-old. But I kept my cool. I got out of line and paid for my stuff and I left.
Guys, come on. Is anybody teaching their children manners anymore? This is not a tester, so we can't sell this now. Sephora employees are not your babysitters. And obviously went to go check out Drunk Elephant like I do every single day. This was disgusting, and this stuff hardens, and when it does, it's impossible to get off. Of course, all the pieces to the testers are everywhere. It's a mess, and now they're hitting other brands too because we're putting away our Drunk Elephant testers. And this is why people are saying there needs to be an age requirement to shop here.
So as you can see from all that, it's been a little crazy. And I feel like, in my opinion, a lot of the responsibility of this lies on the parents here. Like, almost the majority of the responsibility lies on the parents, because what are millennials doing? Because it's millennials raising Generation Alpha. So I'm just confused, because why does your 10-year-old want Drunk Elephant so bad? Why are you letting her put retinol on her skin? Why are you letting her use these skincare products for anti-aging that she doesn't need because she's 10? Why are you just allowing that? Like, I'm not saying, like, I think that little girls, part of being a little girl is exploring makeup. I mean, if that's what she likes, that's what she likes. So I understand that, like, especially if you're a mom and you wear makeup, your little girls are going to want to experience. When I was in 6th grade, I was playing around with makeup. I probably had makeup that I shouldn't have necessarily been having, like Anastasia Beverly Hills that my best friend got me in 6th grade. Like, I probably shouldn't have had that big of makeup. I shouldn't have been trying to wear a full face of makeup every day. I'm genuinely going to tweak out because I just recorded about 5 minutes of footage and then my audio stopped recording for some reason. Somebody get me a better fucking editing software. Anyway, as I think I was saying, I think part of being a kid is, like, doing makeup and, like, experimenting. But why can't you get your child, like, a Claire's eyeshadow palette? Why does it have to be Drunk Elephant? Why does it have to be skincare for wrinkles that is going to ruin their fucking skin in 20 years because they don't have wrinkles because they're 10 fucking years old? Like, I'm confused. It doesn't really make sense. And I think that the responsibility doesn't just lie on the parents, but it also lies on social media, which is the parents' fault because, millennial parents don't like to monitor what their kids do on their iPads and their phones. Because, first of all, your 11-year-old daughter shouldn't have a phone. But at least if she does have a phone, you should access it or be able to monitor what she's watching. I don't believe in checking your kids' phones. I don't believe in invading their text messages or their privacy. But you should make sure that they're not just going around social media and doing stupid shit. Like, because when you scroll on TikTok, scroll, and they see their little influencers, and they're like, oh my god, you have to get this Drunk Elephant, oh my god, you have to get this makeup product, skincare, make your skin look flawless, lose weight, this, that, oh my god, you need these little fucking things to make your face slimmer, this little oil to make your fucking pupils dilate, oh my god, TikTok shop. Like, really? Are we serious? So, you see that constantly, and then you're going to go to your mom, and you're going to be like, Mom, I want to go to Sephora, because I need this right now. TikTok said I needed it. TikTok, my For You page, the influencer that I watched said I needed this product. And then because the mom doesn't know how to say no, and because you're going to throw a temper tantrum because you've gotten what you wanted your entire life, she's going to take you to Sephora, you're going to fill up a basket of $300 worth of products, and she's going to buy it for you, because it's mommy's money, and she's not going to say no. And that is why these kids act so entitled, such as in the TikTok videos. That is why we have these issues. And social media itself is fucking cancer. Like, I am so tired of having advertising shoved in my face constantly. A video about that soon. I'm so incredibly tired of it. So of course that in and of itself is cancer, and I know that parents can't censor every single thing and make sure that their kid doesn't see anything bad. That's not possible. But you can censor some things without what's the word I'm looking for? You can censor some things without sheltering your child. Personally, I think that Sephora should be putting an age restriction on their stores. If it was up to me, like, I know it probably wouldn't be able to be a company-wide thing, because that would probably cause issues. And even Sephora themselves have been endorsing children coming into their stores, but we don't talk about that. But I think individual stores are definitely going to start implementing policies where children, like, under a certain age have to be with a parent, or they can't come in. And honestly, that's completely fair, because it gets to a point where it's like, the employees, like, I don't even care what the kid is going through. Like, I don't care if it's not their fault that they act like this. They're still acting like fucking menaces. Sometimes I question whether or not Gen Z is just becoming, like, the old generation now. Because, or my bird's chirping. Anyway, as much as I want to say that these issues are valid, which I think that they are, I think that with a new generation of technology, there are a lot of problems that we didn't see coming. So I think that our concerns are valid, but I think a lot of it also stems from Gen Z just getting older and us not really being able to handle being the new generation, like, not being the new generation, but the new generation, I guess. I don't think that it's necessarily like that everyone's just mad that they're old. Like, it's not that. We're still young. I'm only 17. Like, it's not like I'm a fucking oldie. But I do think that we're kind of being like a back in my day. Like, some people are acting like that. Not everybody. There is, with the whole, like, debate on Skibbity Toilet and how it's brain rot and stuff like that, and people are like, oh, well, we watched brain rot when we were kids. Like, no, our stuff actually, depending on what it was, might have had actual storyline to it. There is stuff that is just genuinely brain rot that nobody should argue isn't brain rot. So although I do think that there is a chance that a lot of people are being just bitter about Generation Alpha, I think that there is a lot of valid criticism of it, rather than just being boomers, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's gonna be pretty much about it for this video. Originally I was gonna do a different video this week, and then I just saw this whole Sephora kid thing blowing up, and I love talking about these kinds of topics, so I was like really, really interested, and I wanted to talk about it as soon as possible. But next week I should do the video that I had planned if I feel like it. I have had a lot of videos planned for a really long time and I don't get done. Anyway, make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.